Hello everyone. Today is not a tutorial. This video is about an environmental disasters ahead in the mountain community. So the recent visit of my Gilgit-Baltistan kept me in a shock and it's like a disaster and thinking thinkable thing for me that while traveling I will stop at for a cup of tea. Then I saw a truck loaded with the wood. So in a curiosity I asked the driver that what purpose this wood is supplying for. So he told me that this is for use for heating purpose and cooking, because it's not for making chairs, furniture. It's just for use for burning. So after conversation, I asked him that is it this seasonal fast cut? So he told me this is the seasonal fast cut. The wood was loaded in a truck, full of truck, and that was the first cut of the season, and that was almost first week of the October. The wood was supplying from the KPK to the rest of the valleys of KPK and Gilgit-Baltistan. So the winter starts from October and it goes to March and KPK and Gilgit-Baltistan. So if we see for that thing that if we put the first cut, then the cutting will be gone till I think it will be the January or February, because so people need more and more wood for heating purpose and cooking purpose in the valleys of KPK and Gilgit-Baltistan. So now in this year there will be more extreme events, like there will be more cold days from the rest of the Pakistan. So there will be more cold days, and there might be record-breaking cold days in the valleys of KPK and Gilgit-Baltistan. So that means there will be more cutting of the wood and trees for the heating purpose. So there are a few suggestions that I'm actually thinking, and it's just a suggestion from my side, it's not a final touch. So the thing is that government should take serious action against these, because if we see that PM Imran Khan is working on the billion tree tsunami at different parts of the Pakistan, so where if I see then there are trillions of trees that cut down and for the purpose of heating, cooking, and for furniture and other purposes. So if the byproduct and if we say the conclusion is that, or you can say there is no result, the net result is zero, because if he and his team is planting billion trees, then the other side trillion trees are cut down. So you can see the negative impact, because to reduce this deforestation and to control this, I have few suggestions that might be worked for control this environmental disaster, such as in my village there is no gas pipeline, especially there are many districts in KPK and all the GB don't have the access to the gas pipeline, so they use the LPG. So currently the LPG rates are on the peak. I can say it's on the peak of the Mount Everest, so not everyone can buy for their heating and cooking purpose. So the other thing is that they're going to use the tree wood for their heating and other purposes. So the thing is the government should lower the prices of LPG so that people could have easy access to the LPG and they can reduce use the wood. And the second option is coal. Government should supply an excessive amount of coal to these northern areas, especially to the mountain community of KPK and Gilgit-Baltistan, so that there will be less use of the wood. But these two have a very high environmental impact on the climate. They leave the carbon footprints because this fossil fuel has leave the carbon footprint in the area. So if we are controlling the deforestation, but we are destroying the environment by using these fossil fuels. So this is not the last option. Coal and LPG releases the carbon footprints, so it's not a good one. So the other thing is which is environmental friendly, renewable, and there has no impact on the environment, climate, and the glaciers, is electricity, hydropower, or wind power, wherever, and there's cheap electricity. So Gilgit-Baltistan and KPK has rich of water resources and lakes, rivers, streams, and many more. They have fresh water. So what we can do is here I'm requesting the government that provide the cheap electricity and non-stop without load sharing, so that during the winters they consume less fossil fuels and the cut trees wood for burning for the heating purpose, so that we can control on deforestation, and so we will see the positive impact of the billion tree tsunami without doing any controlling the deforestation. You can't get a result of billion tree tsunami. So if you wanna see the result of billion tree tsunami, so we have to do several things that could help to increase the forestation rather than to increase the deforestation. On the one side, you are has a good initiative of billion tree tsunami, but if I see from my side, if I see that it's useless, because on the other side the people are cutting the trees, so net result is zero. So this, to control the deforestation in Gilgit-Baltistan and especially in the KPK valleys, we have to provide the cheap electricity during the winters, so that the environmental disaster like deforestation could be controlled. Because in my valley and the KPK we use more and more wood to burn for our heating and the cooking purpose. So we don't use more LPG because it's expensive and it's not good for in a closed room. So we use that. Where electricity is has no any negative impact on the environment. So we must provide, government must provide the cheap electricity. So I am requesting the Ministry of Climate Change and the WAPT and these governmental institutions to please take initiative, and let's give our best effort with the Imran Khan billion tree tsunami project. So if we are not doing any work and the people are cutting down the trees where Imran Khan is doing billion trees, planting the billion tree on the other side, the next day they are chopped down. So this useless affair. So please just go for a positive and a ground-based result without doing conferences, and this is useless. Thank you everybody.